People say that the name Jesus isn't legit because there was no J back in the time when Jesus was around. I'm no sure, because some people would even say that the timelines have been changed, 1,000 years have been added, and actually Jesus was actually here a lot more recently than we think. I also think that it's possible that pretending the J never existed is a way of trying to make us feel like Jesus never existed, and it's like a way of trying to wipe out his memory from the earth, and we all just go, oh, there was no J in the land mage, that means then that the real Jesus or the name Jesus didn't exist. Well, Jesus is one of my main guides. That's how he introduced himself to me, as Jesus. However, all of these different names, Yahweh, Yeshua, whatever you want to call him, Isis, the Celtic druid sun god that existed before Jesus officially came. Jesus Christ, higher self, is the Son, and the Son comes and incarnates down on this plane time and time again to teach humanity how to become a Christ yourself and to ascend back to heaven, back to God. So the Son came down, he came down and incarnated as these different beings, but I believe that it was this one being at that time. He travelled the world and everyone maybe had a different name for him because everyone spoke a different language, a different language. He might have pronounced it Jesus, yet there may not have been a J, but you still pronounce it Jesus. You don't have to have a letter J to pronounce it in that way. So I believe all of these names could be correct. They could just be different land mages, different ways of naming this one God, this one deity. All of these names, if you look at them on a deeper level, Jesus is like je suis, French, I am. Yahweh is yes, Yah being a German word for yes, and then way is the way, as in the path, as in the Buddhic, Christic path, the way back home to God. Yes, you are. Yes again. And then it's like God goes, I am, and then the Son goes, yes, you are. Yes, you are. All of the names pretty much mean the same thing anyway, which is kind of like as if Jesus' name was I am the light. Now, why do I say Jesus Christ? One, because that's how he's introduced himself to me, and two, because the name Jesus Christ, or at least the word Jesus Christ, is so highly charged with powerful energy because of how many Christians around the world throughout time have used that name as a powerful, lightful charge and energy to cast demons and negative energy out of this place. It's so highly charged, you may as well use a word that's highly charged as a way of calling upon Jesus and getting rid of bad energy in the moment, in that space. So the name is so highly charged as a word that it fills the space with so much light, it gets rid of bad energy. Demons run from the name Jesus Christ. I've never really heard people screaming out for Yahweh or commanding demons to the underworld in the name of Yahweh. I've never heard it. It doesn't feel as powerful to me, but that's probably because I don't know if as many people have charged that word with the same light as what the word Jesus Christ has been charged with over the years. And also, whatever you call Jesus, that the entity, the spirit of the Son, this our highest self, our essentially like our brother who is like our big brother here to look after us all, whatever you call him, if your soul is calling for him, whatever word you say, whichever name you use, as long as your soul is intended to call that being, Jesus isn't going to like go, you know what, yeah, he's calling for Yahweh, I'm just going to leave him to suffer. It's going to be like, I can feel someone calling my energy, let me go and help them. So I've done actual tests and experiments with using words like Yeshua and Yahweh to get me into ketosis, and they don't work. But then if I say Jesus and I call upon Jesus and ask him to get me into ketosis, it works. So it's not to say anyone's right or wrong, but then it's to say as well that just because people use the word Jesus, they aren't wrong either. Have a God ray.